Today's demo is covering application consolidation in virtualized VMware environments featuring the Vexata VX100 NVMe flash storage system. Vexata provides solutions that maximize VMware virtualized workloads, providing massive consolidation, high performance for enterprise workloads such as Oracle, SQL Server, and SAS Analytics. The performance that Vexata provides gives you the ability to be able to virtualize these core applications such as SAS, as we did at a large bank for machine learning use case, Oracle for ERP and a leading content management provider, as well as a custom application. The configuration used for today's demo includes 4 dual-socket servers on a 32 gig fiber channel network, all connected to the Vexata VX100 system. Looking at vCenter, open up the first OLTP client called OLTP1. Let's open up VDBench on this first workload. What we're going to do is start generating I/O load, about 550,000 IOPS, delivered at about 270 microseconds, using an 80-20 read-write mixed workload. So you see here, we're getting very good consistent performance. As I open up the Vexata Analytic dashboard on VX Manager, what you see here is a real-time view of the performance out across there. Notice how stable the latency is as we continue to load this first VM. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open up VM2. Within VM2, again, we're going to go ahead, open up VDBench to be able to start to generate, again, about 500,000 IOPS, 550,000 IOPS, and then we're expecting to see about 300 microseconds of latency, which I'm showing you here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go back now to VD1 and see now with both of these workloads here, I've only seen about a 10 microsecond change in that latency performance out across there. And you see here now the total performance with the 2 OLTP workloads in this Oracle VDBench environment are essentially running on continuously on the system. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up this third workload. I'm going to kick off another OLTP instance. You see here as I bring the VM up and go ahead and do the same thing with workload 3 and workload 4. Although workload 4, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start generating random block sizes between 4 to 128K out across there. Now you see here within the VX Manager dashboard, I've now kicked off my second and third jobs, and you see here that my latency has kicked up a little bit, but again, given the total workload being pushed onto this system, my latency is still very stable, very performant. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start throwing some analytic workloads against this. So I'm going to throw workload 5 on VM5. I'm now going to start to generate some analytic workloads, and I'm going to do the same thing with VM6, but this time I'm going to use a data warehouse simulation, use 128K I/O size within this. Now as we do this, you see here that again I'm seeing back to my VM1, I'm seeing about 100 microsecond difference from when I started, when the system was essentially being unused, between now when it's being fully utilized with 6 workloads pushing both OLTP and analytic workloads out across there. Now as I look at the bandwidth here, my total bandwidth is about 31 gigabytes per second of read-write bandwidth out across there. 17 read, 13 write. And then you also see a distribution of the I/O workload here. As I'm driving about 2.5 million IOPS within these VMs, I'm still getting very good performance out across the system itself. And you see here, this is a very good tool for being able to not only manage performance, but also troubleshoot against these environments as well. To illustrate the performance and the linear nature of the Vexata performance in this VMware virtualized environment, I'm actually annotating this dashboard to show you as I've added the 3 OLTP workloads and the 3 analytic workloads, you see how my performance has increased for both bandwidth and IOPS, but I've maintained very low latency out across there. We're talking bare metal type latency in a VMware virtualized environment. So if indeed you are trying to virtualize Oracle or other mission critical workloads, look at Vexata as your underlying all-flash storage platform.